Hello, this is Ali checking in from my little home office. It's literally just a trestle table shelved in the corner of our bedroom, but hey, whatever works. What I was going to talk about this week is the 5 things that I've learned on my entrepreneurial journey and working from home journey as well. I have never worked from home before since we went into lockdown, and so working from home was a totally new experience for me. And what I wanted to talk about was like 5 things that I've learned that have really impacted the way that I show up and am productive within my business or our business. Yeah, I just wanted to share my wisdom with you and hopefully give you a little bit of an insight into the things that I've learned in things that that have really helped me, progress and be productive and get rid of some limiting beliefs as well. So let's dive in. The first one is that self-care should be of your highest priority. So your self-care literally affects how you show up in your business. So if you are always putting yourself last and you're letting your health decline or putting your health as, the second or third priority in your life, then that energy and the way that you show up will have a flow-on effect in your business. What I've done with this is that I schedule like things that really serve me well, make them a priority as if they're like a business meeting. So for me, like a non-negotiable every day is going to yoga for an hour. I don't care what I've got on for the day or what I need to achieve. I have to go to yoga. And that is like my number one priority. And it's a non-negotiable because I know that having that hour where I'm honoring myself and my health and, my mind and my spirit will have a positive effect on the way that I show up in my business for the day. So in saying that, like scheduling little healthy breaks as well, stepping away from your desk, sitting in the sun for 10 minutes, whatever you need to do, stretch, go for a walk, get some fresh air. All of those little things that you do to like nurture yourself and your health will have a positive effect on the way that you show up in your business and how productive you are as well. So number 2 is comparison is the thief of joy. It's a famous quote by Theodore Roosevelt. So when you compare yourself to others, whether that's success or failures, what you're actually doing is disempowering yourself. So I'm all for modeling, people who are successful and applying what they've done to create success in your field or in your zone of genius, and applying that to your own business or whatever you're creating. Of course, if it works, amazing. But comparing yourself to others when you look at how successful they are is the easiest way to disempower yourself, to lose focus on what your vision is and what your mission is, because you're stuck in this like comparison and lack mentality, like I'm not good enough, I'm not doing enough. So that is a terrible mindset to have. So if you are finding yourself stuck in that comparison track, like you really need to focus on what you are creating, how you're showing up, how you want to serve, how you want to impact people, and stop comparing yourself to others. So it's so easy to get caught up in looking at someone who's successful and seeing that they're making money or making sales or whatever that might be, but it's really disempowering when you're constantly comparing yourself. So stay away from that. Number 3 is lower your expectations of how much you think you are going to achieve in a day. Especially when you're new. Like when we first started our business, we started from scratch. We had never done digital marketing before. We'd never built a website before. We'd never built a sales funnel. And so all of these things that we were learning were new to us, and it takes time. So, we would write out a to-do list of like 10 to 7 things and expect to get them done in a day. And literally sometimes we would only cross off 1 or 2 because we had this expectation of, that we could achieve so much in a day. So when you're starting out in a business or working from home, all of those things, have a lower expectation of how much you actually can achieve, because life happens and sometimes things don't work and you need to go back and troubleshoot, and those things take time. And when you're not putting that pressure on yourself to achieve so much, and just being like really grounded in being like, okay, if I get these 2 things done today, I'll be really happy, and then I'll go and treat myself like going to the beach or going for a walk or whatever. That is way more empowering, and you feel like you are achieving so much more than like looking at your list at the end of the day and realizing you haven't crossed off those 7 things. So that's my 3rd tip, is lower your expectations of how much you can actually achieve in a day. So my 4th tip is taking imperfect action is better than taking no action at all. So perfectionism is actually a form of procrastination. So if you are waiting for things to be perfect, waiting for your website to look perfect, or waiting for the right time, all of these things, the perfect time, you're actually doing yourself and your potential customers and clients a disservice, because you're delaying your message or sharing your product or service or sharing your gifts. And this is actually a disservice to you, because you're holding yourself back, but also to your customers and clients, because your message, you have something to offer and your message needs to be heard. So it's better just to get it out there. It shows that you're authentic, that you're real, that you're human, just like the rest of us. And you're actually going to start impacting people the way that you want to, rather than waiting for things to look perfect. I'm totally guilty of it. We have, like delayed putting our website out there, all of these things, because we wanted things to look a certain way. We wanted it to be perfect. But what we should have done is just put it out there and just like fixed things along the way as they go. Obviously, we don't want things to look sloppy or messy, but it's better just to get out there, get out of your own way, start putting things out there, rather than waiting for the perfect time, because the perfect time is actually now. People need to hear what you have to say, or people need your product or service that you want to sell. So just get it out there and just, mop it all up as you go, just like we have done a number of times. And my final tip is that what you're offering, whether it's a product or service, your offer is not going to be for everyone, and nor should it be. There's a really coined term that we hear a lot in digital marketing, and it is, if you market to everybody, you're essentially marketing to nobody. So get really specific on who you want to target your business or your product or your service to, and really focus on nurturing and providing a lot of value and impacting and serving those potential clients or customers, your ideal audience or your ideal client. You want to make sure that you are being of the highest service, of highest value to them, rather than diluting yourself and trying to please or appeal to everyone, because realistically, you don't want to do that. You don't want to be a watered down version of yourself. You want to show up as authentic as possible, willing to serve your ideal client, your ideal customer, and you want to laser focus on that rather than just, trying to please everyone. So these are my 5 tips. I hope these have helped you. Please click subscribe on our little channel, because what I aim to do here is to put out a video a week of just like helpful tips and tricks, and like showcasing our adventures and our travel. And yeah, we really appreciate it if you are interested in this sort of thing. If you want to find out more, head to our website. And if you want to find out more about possibly working from home, or starting your own digital business, or creating a freedom lifestyle for yourself, there's a link down below of how you can sign up for some free training webinars to check out what it means to create a digital business. So I hope you've enjoyed. Let me know in the comments if you have any tips below. I'd love to hear them, would love to connect with you, and I'll see you next week. Bye. Bye.